Hi, I'm Reverend Wendy Craig-Purcell here at the Unity Center in San Diego. Thank you so much for watching today. If you'd like to support the work that we do here, please consider making a contribution. Go to our website. It's easy to do. Thank you in advance for that contribution.
Things aren't always as they appear, are they? And I bet that's one of the first awakenings that we have on the spiritual path, is we awaken and we begin to see things in ways that we had never seen them before. And we begin to understand in ways that we have never understood before. So often we can look, but we really don't see. We can look, but we really don't see. Seeing is about understanding. How many times have you said about something, "Oh, I see now. I see." And you were referring, when you said that, "I see," you were referring to something much deeper than just looking, correct? You were saying, "I understand. I recognize. I recognize." My favorite part of the Easter story is not the story of the resurrection, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. But my favorite part of the Easter story is Mary. Is Mary when she is at the tomb and she's crying. And she turns around because someone says to her, "Why are you crying?" And mistakenly, she doesn't recognize Jesus. She thinks Jesus is who? The gardener. And she asks him, thinking that he's a gardener, "Where have you taken my Lord? Where have they put him?" And he says to her, "Mary." And in that moment that he says to her, "Mary, Mary," she recognizes, she says, "Rabboni." I love the term Rabboni. It's an affectionate term of rabbi. And rabbi to me is an endearing term. It's a term teacher. And in that moment, when he calls her by name, she finally recognizes him. Spiritual awakening is about that. It's about recognizing the truth. It's always there, but we don't always see it. We don't always recognize it. We look at the resurrection not literally. We look at it metaphysically and symbolically. It's not a rising from the dead, but it is actually a rising up in consciousness. Think about it from a literal standpoint here. The higher you go up physically, what happens to your viewing point? What happens to what you can see? You can see so much more. You can see so much more. You can see so much further. And this is exactly what happens to us spiritually when we have a spiritual, metaphysical resurrection. We are literally rising above. We are rising above limitation. We are rising above separation. We are rising above appearance, and we are seeing clearly. We are seeing through the illness to the truth of wholeness. We are seeing through separation to the truth of inclusion. We fundamentally change as we rise, as we come up higher. When we, like Mary, have that moment of recognition, we will experience an awakening of our soul. And it will fundamentally change everything about the way we look at everyone and everything in our lives. It is as if we will begin to look through brand new eyes. We will not look through a mirror dimly anymore, but we will see clearly. We will be able to look at that which is challenging and recognize that there is a gift in it. There is a gift in it. And so this idea of awakening, this idea of the Easter story, is not a story 2,000 years old. If we leave it there, if we leave it as that, we miss the incredible gift of what it is. Jesus did not come to say, "Worship me." He came to help us have a different understanding of truth, of reality, and of God. And that as we have a different understanding of truth and reality and God, we will also see each other differently. And when we see each other differently, we will co-create an entirely different world. Namaste.
Many people enjoy Reverend Wendy's talks and meditations and aren't able to attend the Unity Center in person. If you're part of our extended family from around the world and would like to help support the Unity Center, please go to our website or download our free app, which offers even more ways to connect with the Unity Center. Namaste.